Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you something raw and real. When was the last time a woman truly chased you? Not played along, not flirted because it was convenient, but genuinely pursued you like you were the prize. The truth is, most men never experience that feeling. They're too busy chasing, proving, performing, trying to win validation from someone who hasn't earned their effort. But here's what women won't say out loud. The men they respect, desire, and even obsess over don't chase, they pull. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to become that man. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, because what I'm about to share can shift the way women see you forever. Let's start by cutting through the illusion. Attraction isn't built through effort, it's built through energy. When a man radiates self-respect, direction, and emotional control, a woman's subconscious instantly starts to calibrate around him. She feels something she can't rationalize: curiosity, tension, a little unease, and that's what makes her chase. See, when you stop trying to get her attention, you create a vacuum, and nature hates vacuums. She'll fill it with her thoughts, her messages, her attempts to understand you. That's how desire is born. Most men fail here. They're too transparent. They reveal too much, too soon. They want to be understood before they've even become intriguing. But if you want a woman to chase you, you must master one thing: emotional mystery. It's not about pretending or being cold. It's about pacing what you reveal. You show glimpses of depth, not the full story. You let her feel the weight of your silence, not just the noise of your words. Women are drawn to challenge. Not confusion, but challenge. The kind of challenge that makes her feel she needs to rise to your level. You do that not by playing games, but by living in a way that commands attention without asking for it. When your presence feels calm yet unpredictable, grounded yet unattainable, that's when she starts to chase. Not because she has to, but because she wants to. Here's the secret most men never learn. Attraction is a psychological magnet, not a checklist of actions. Women don't chase you because you text perfectly or plan the right date. They chase you because you make them feel something they can't control. It's subtle, it's primal, and it starts with one simple yet devastatingly powerful skill: confidence without neediness. Confidence isn't just posture or deep voice. It's the unshakable belief that your value is inherent and no one can take it away. Most men confuse confidence with arrogance or dominance, but the women who chase men, they feel security and challenge at the same time. You want her brain to say, "I can't fully predict him, but I want to try," while her heart is pulling her forward anyway. That tension is intoxicating. The first way to create this is by controlling your time and energy. Stop responding instantly to messages. Stop being available at every whim. When you're busy building your life, your goals, your passions, your health, you send a message far louder than words. You are not her entertainment. You are a man with a universe she is invited to explore. And guess what? When a woman senses that, her mind starts racing. She wonders, what is he doing? Why is he so calm? Why do I care so much? That's when the chase begins. The second key is selective vulnerability. Men are taught to hide emotions, but hiding everything makes you boring. Reveal just enough to hint at depth. A laugh, a subtle frustration, a story that shows your past without begging for sympathy. Women chase what they can't fully have. They want to earn the privilege of being let into your world. But if you give it all up front, there's nothing left to chase. Third, unpredictability. Life is rhythm, but desire is spark. The man who follows a strict, predictable pattern is invisible. Change up your schedule, your energy, your reactions. Let her see glimpses of freedom, glimpses of intensity, glimpses of challenge. Not games, not manipulation. Just a man who is fully alive, untethered by expectation, moving with his own purpose. When you combine these elements, confidence without need, selective vulnerability, and unpredictability, something magical happens. She stops thinking about you like a friend, a follower, or a convenience. She starts thinking about you like a prize she can't ignore. And once her brain and heart align in that way, the dynamic changes. You are no longer chasing, you are being chased. And trust me, she will love the feeling of putting you on a pedestal. Now let's talk about a strategy that most men completely overlook. But it's one of the most potent ways to make a woman chase you: creating emotional contrast. Emotional contrast is about moving between intensity and calm, attention and withdrawal, warmth and mystery. It's not manipulation. It's mastery of your own presence. Women don't chase the predictable man. They chase the man who evokes a spectrum of emotion without losing his center. Here's how it works. Think about the last time someone left you thinking, "I can't stop thinking about them." Chances are, that person didn't just flatter you or agree with everything you said. They made you feel something bigger: desire, tension, curiosity. And you left the interaction thinking about them for hours. That's emotional contrast. A woman will chase you when she feels that push and pull naturally, because her mind is trying to solve the puzzle you've created. Start by balancing attention. Give her warmth and connection, but never overextend. When she senses your interest, respond in ways that are engaging but controlled. Then, step back just enough that she feels your absence. This absence isn't punishment. It's the silent, undeniable message that your time and attention are valuable. And here's the beauty. As her mind starts filling the void, she's creating desire for you internally, not because you're asking for it, but because she wants to. Next, challenge her perspective. Don't agree with everything. Introduce subtle tension through playful debate or showing a strong opinion. Women subconsciously chase those who are mentally stimulating, who challenge them to think, to feel, to stretch. When done correctly, this creates a magnetic pull that's irresistible. She doesn't even realize she's chasing. She just knows being near you feels electrifying, and her brain wants more. Another layer is emotional intensity. When you do share something deep, make it memorable. Don't overshare mundane details. Share experiences that highlight your depth, your passion, your ambitions. Women chase men who feel alive, because life with them promises adventure, unpredictability, and emotional richness. Finally, maintain a calm, grounded energy throughout. Emotional contrast works only if your baseline is stability. If you appear anxious, needy, or reactive, the tension becomes confusion. And women don't chase confusion. They chase mastery. So master yourself first. Become the man whose energy is magnetic, whose absence is felt, whose presence commands attention. When you do this consistently, she won't just notice you. She will actively pursue the privilege of being close to you. This is where the pedestal forms naturally, not because you demand it, but because your energy earns it. Here's a truth most men never hear. Women chase what they can't control, but they respect men who are unwavering in their own life. A man who is fully committed to himself, his purpose, and his own growth becomes magnetic without even trying. She doesn't chase because she's playing a game. She chases because your life exudes value, and she instinctively wants to be part of it. The first way to embody this is by having non-negotiables. Know what you will and won't tolerate in life and relationships. This isn't rigidity, it's self-respect. Women feel this energy immediately. When she senses you're not willing to compromise your standards for attention, her subconscious starts to chase. She wants to meet your level, match your energy, and earn the right to your presence. This dynamic automatically puts you on a pedestal, not because you told her to see you that way, but because your life signals that you're already a man of value. Next, cultivate visible ambition. Women are drawn to men who are actively building themselves, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. When she sees that you're busy becoming more than you were yesterday, she starts to see a man worth pursuing. But here's the subtle point. Don't flaunt it. Let your progress be visible through your actions, not your words. A man who talks too much about his achievements appears insecure. A man whose life speaks for him creates curiosity, admiration, and desire, all triggers for her chase. Another key is selective presence. Show interest, but never chase approval. Reach out when it feels natural, but let silence and spacing create anticipation. This doesn't mean playing games. It means honoring your own rhythm. Women chase men who have lives independent of their attention. Your world exists whether she's in it or not, and that is irresistibly attractive. Finally, develop a sense of calm authority in interactions. When she tests boundaries or plays small games, respond with steady energy, humor, or subtle challenge. Reacting with insecurity kills desire. Reacting with composed strength fuels it. She begins to see you not as someone she can bend or manipulate, but as a prize she wants to earn and maintain. When you combine purpose, ambition, non-negotiables, and calm authority, you create a man women subconsciously chase. Your energy becomes a force she can't ignore. She may not even realize she's chasing consciously, but the pedestal she places you on isn't a fluke. It's the natural outcome of a man who lives for himself first and lets the world adjust around him. This is how you stop being the pursuer and become the prize. Now let's dive into a strategy that separates men who are occasionally desired from men who are consistently chased, mastering sexual tension without overstepping boundaries. Most men misunderstand this entirely. They either rush intimacy or suppress desire so much that the connection feels flat. But women chase men who can ignite longing and hold it without giving in too soon. That tension is a psychological trigger she can't resist. Sexual tension isn't about words alone. It's about presence. It's about the way you carry yourself, the subtle glances, the slight smile, the light touch that lingers just long enough to spark curiosity. Women's brains are wired to notice this. When a man radiates calm confidence and controlled desire, it creates an internal pull. She starts thinking about you, imagining scenarios, replaying moments, long before anything physical happens. That mental engagement? That's chasing. Next, tease without being cruel. A simple playful challenge, a witty remark, or light banter shows her you're not fully available, but you're interested enough to engage. That dance between approach and retreat heightens attraction exponentially. You're signaling value through restraint. You have standards, but you notice her. And that contrast is addictive. Women chase men who make them feel desired yet uncertain because the mind starts working overtime to decode the mystery, then anchor tension in meaningful conversation. Men often make the mistake of relying solely on physical cues, but the strongest sexual tension comes from combining intellect, humor, and emotional insight with subtle flirtation. Ask questions that spark curiosity. Share anecdotes that hint at depth. Make her feel that being with you is an experience, not just an interaction. When a woman's brain and heart are engaged together, she feels compelled to pursue. Finally, use absence strategically. When you've built attraction and tension, stepping back is critical. Don't vanish entirely, but allow space for her to reflect on the energy you bring. Every interaction she remembers, every moment she analyzes, every feeling of wanting more. This is the chase in motion. She isn't just attracted to your presence, she's chasing the way you make her feel. When mastered, sexual tension becomes a silent language of pursuit. She doesn't need to be told to chase. She chooses to chase because her own desire is now intertwined with the experience of being near you. This isn't manipulation. It's mastery of energy, emotion, and self-control. And once you understand this, everything changes. You're no longer a man seeking validation. You're the man women subconsciously compete to win. Finally, let's tie everything together with the ultimate principle that makes a woman chase you. Your life must be bigger than the relationship. Most men make the mistake of putting a woman at the center of their world. They bend, adjust, and compromise too early. But a man who is chased lives first for himself, his goals, his passions, his growth, and invites her into that life. When she senses that you're fully occupied with your own purpose, she experiences a magnetic pull. Start by prioritizing your mission. Whether it's fitness, career, travel, or mastery of a skill, pursue it relentlessly. Don't dilute your energy to appease attention. A woman senses urgency and dedication. She feels that your world is alive, moving forward, and she instinctively wants to be part of it. Men who are always available, always giving, and always bending appear flat and replaceable. The chase is born from your absence, your ambition, and your unwavering trajectory. Next, embody emotional independence. Women chase men who are not dependent on their approval, affection, or validation. Respond to her interest with calm energy. When she tries to pull you in with drama or uncertainty, you remain grounded. Emotional independence signals that your happiness doesn't hinge on her reaction and that tension makes her pursue. She wants what she can't control, and she'll subconsciously try to match the stability and strength she sees in you. Another key is selective investment. Give attention where it counts, but never oversaturate. Respond to texts and calls in a measured way. Show warmth without losing boundaries. Allow her to earn your attention rather than handing it freely. Women chase when they feel they must work for your energy because effort creates value. The pedestal forms naturally when your presence is not guaranteed. It's earned. Finally, live a life that radiates purpose, unpredictability, and mastery. Combine confidence, mystery, emotional contrast, sexual tension, and personal ambition. Your energy becomes magnetic. She feels the pull, and she pursues because her mind and heart are engaged on multiple levels. She chases not because she has to, but because you are already living on a level that demands admiration. When you integrate all these principles, the dynamic shifts. You stop chasing, you stop proving, you stop compromising your worth for attention. Instead, you become the man who is chased, desired, and ultimately placed on a pedestal. And the most powerful part? You do this by being unapologetically yourself, fully alive, fully confident, fully irresistible. She doesn't just notice you, she can't help but chase you, because the energy you radiate leaves no other choice.